I had an argument once with Tammy Hildebrand that when I wore something in this stitch here, it was a mini pineapple. And I went, no. But unfortunately, Tammy was right, and I won't say the other word. We're going to be working our panel here, and we have to set it up with 4 chain loops. So 4 chain, double crochet, 4 chain, double crochet, and we need multiples of 4 for this pattern to work. Now it does look really strange and complicated, and if you need to, it's a good idea to enlarge that. You might like to take a photo on your iPad and stretch it out, but I really like to color code it if I'm working straight from that. But if you work with your terms, your written words as well as your schematic, it's actually going to work. So what we have to do is, I'm just going to get rid of that just for the moment. I'm going to get some blue thread because we need to set up some 4 chain loops. As I said, we start, let me get into position here. We start down the bottom. Now that would have been your thread just continued on with your whirl where you don't have to cut it, but I'm just going to work a double crochet straight into the edge in blue. I'm going to do 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Move along a little bit. I know that's precise, it's not precise at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go along where it just looks like it's sitting flat. It's not fanning out, like I said before. It's not dragging it in tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go along a little bit further. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get to this edge, you might find that you want to do your 4 chain loops in the gaps, like we did with our seaming. And we're working towards our marker. As soon as we get close to our marker, we have to do some counting. There's my marker coming up. Now remember, we need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh my goodness, I've got to fit 4. 3 more in there. So you will have to frog a little bit to get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pop that in the middle because I've got to try and get 3 of those to the end here. Now if you're a mathematician, you might go, oh, I could have just done 2 there and 2 there. As long as it's divisible by 4 and that each side is even, it will work. But if you want any extra stitches, we want them up at the back neckline. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see a bit of fudging's going on. That's quite all right because the stitch will stretch out. So that means that we've got to make these 4 fairly close here as well to balance it out. So we've taken over 2 shells, 2 blocks, we've got 4 loops. So we do the same on the other side. Now I forgot to mention, if you're doing a really, really large size, you may need more yarn. If you've done a whirl, let me just check I've got the 4 here. I have 4. And then I just go evenly along to the end, but make sure you count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I was saying with that being a fuller figure, you may need to just add some extra to the bottom of this or make it flare out a little bit more so it's not too cozy. Or if you prefer, you can do the whole garment in a chunkier yarn. I'm getting close to the final edge, so once again I'm going to be doing a count in case I've got to do a little bit of undoing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where you wish me luck. So on this side I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're aiming for exactly the same number on the other side of that marker so it sits flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, I'm not to the end. So I'm just going to come back here and move this. So I've got 3 I need to do after this. So I'm just going to move that down a little. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I knew it was 12 on that side, so we count from here again from our marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hallelujah moment. And now we're going to work the rest of the pattern around this edge. So it actually will just be a rectangle, but we crocheters like it attached because we don't want to have to sew anything up. I know that for sure. So let's come back to the complicated pattern. It says here, I'll use my little pointer stick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Then I'm going to do a double crochet in that 4 chain loop. And then look, I'm just going to do 4 chain loops all the way across to set this pattern up. But when I get to the end, there's 2 chains and a treble for we Aussies or a double for you Americans. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. And then I'm going to come back to do this row for you so I can show you a double treble cluster.